Williams would certainly not be included if you were asked to mention the top 5 F1 teams. However, did you know that the team is a 9-time Formula 1 Constructors champion and is one of the most successful British teams in F1 history? Williams has experienced a rollercoaster ride of success and challenges. From seasons marked by winning streaks, to periods of drought without victories and eras featuring some of the best drivers in the sport, Williams has witnessed it all. But what could have gone wrong? This is the rise and fall of the Williams F1 team. It all began in 1966 when Frank Williams, a true racing enthusiast, decided to create his own racing team, Frank Williams Racing Cars. He was so passionate about racing that he felt the need to build his team when he realized he wasn't fast enough as a driver. Frank used his hard-earned savings from his job to start his racing venture. The early days were tough, with Frank having to use every penny wisely to keep the team going. He even had to make calls from a street phone booth because the team couldn't afford to pay the bills for a proper office. By 1976, Frank faced a significant setback when a Canadian businessman bought a majority stake in his team, eventually forcing Frank out. However, this setback didn't stop Frank from pursuing his dreams. 1977, Frank Williams teamed up with his friend Patrick Head to establish the Williams F1 team. Patrick was known for his engineering genius, and together they set out to make a mark in Formula 1. Their first season in 1978 saw Williams designing their car, with Patrick overseeing the process even in a carpet warehouse. Money was always tight, so Frank had to pitch their racing dreams to a wealthy Saudi investor, who agreed to sponsor the team. With financial support secured, Williams F1 entered the 1978 season with high hopes. They signed driver Alan Jones and ran Ford Cosworth engines. While the season started with some disappointments, including no finishes in the first 2 races, they gradually found their footing. The real breakthrough came in 1979, when Williams F1 brought on Clay Regazzoni to partner with Alan Jones. The team showed promise, scoring podium finishes early in the season. However, Williams truly shone at the British Grand Prix, with Regazzoni clinching the team's first ever Formula 1 win. The rest of the season saw Williams dominating the track, winning multiple races and securing a 1-2 finish in Germany. Despite some challenges including criticisms from Enzo Ferrari, who dismissed Williams as a small team, the team finished second in the Constructors' Championship. 1980 was a game-changing year for Williams, as they won their first ever Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. With drivers Alan Jones and Carlos Reutemann, the team introduced a new car with downforce and better suspension. These improvements catapulted Williams into the top echelon of Formula 1. The season started with Alan Jones winning a dramatic race that was almost cancelled due to the track issues caused by the cars. It was also the debut of a promising rookie, Alain Prost. Williams continued strong, with Reutemann winning impressively in Monaco, beating the competition by over a minute. By the season's end, Williams comfortably secured the Constructors' Championship with 120 points. Moving on to 1981, the season kicked off in the United States West Grand Prix due to the cancellation of the South African race due to conflicts. Williams saw early success in the United States, with Jones leading the team to a 1-2 finish. However, tensions arose as Reutemann defied team orders in Brazil, creating discord among drivers and management. The season, they witnessed tragedy in the Belgian Grand Prix when a pit crew member lost his life in a collision with Reutemann. This incident raised concerns about pit lane safety, leading drivers to strike for better safety measures. Despite the controversies, Williams secured victories throughout the season, including a crucial win at the Las Vegas season finale. Their stellar performance earned them the Constructors' Championship for the second consecutive year. Reutemann narrowly missed out on the driver's title by just 1 point. In 1982, the Williams team experienced a significant transformation. They bid farewell to their legendary driver Alan Jones and welcomed Keke Rosberg as his replacement alongside Carlos Reutemann. The team had to adapt their car to comply with the new regulations, including the 6cm rule, and address issues like turbo lag, which affected how quickly the cars accelerated. However, the season concluded with mixed emotions, as Rosberg claimed the Drivers' Championship. At the same time, Williams fell short in the Constructors' race against formidable opponents like Ferrari and McLaren. Williams hired Jacques Laffite the following season and switched from Cosworth to Honda engines. However, they had a hard time keeping up with other teams in improving their cars. New rules made the cars different, and it was challenging for Williams. At the start of the season, Rosberg got disqualified, but things looked up when he won the Monaco Grand Prix. However, they had ups and downs and struggled with their car's performance and mechanical problems. They ended up 4th in the team standings. Then they decided to switch to turbocharged engines. 1984 was no better for Williams. Their cars weren't balanced, and the engines didn't perform as expected. Lafitte could only finish a few races, and the team ended up in a disappointing 6th in the standings. It was a tough time for Williams, and they needed to figure things out for the future. In 1985, Williams embarked on a new chapter, unveiling a redesigned car with Honda engines. Nigel Mansell joined Rosberg, bringing renewed optimism. The season began with setbacks, but saw a turning point, with Mansell's victory in round 6 at Brands Hatch. This victory, followed by consecutive wins, signified Williams' resurgence. The Australian Grand Prix culminated in a 3rd consecutive victory for Williams, highlighting their remarkable turnaround from the previous season's hardships. Even though Williams fell short of championships, Williams' resilience and dedication to car development laid the groundwork for future success. In 1986, Williams had a big year. They got Nelson Piquet and Nigel Mansell to join their team. With powerful engines, Williams did well in races and was leading in the Constructors' Championship. Sadly, Mansell's chance to win the championship ended severely when his tyre blew out during an important race. Also, the season was marred by personal tragedy, as Frank Williams endured a life-changing car accident. The following season, Williams F1 remained a force to be reckoned with. With an unchanged car and driver lineup, the team showcased their dominance by winning 9 out of 16 races and clinching 18 podiums, including 4 1-2 finishes. It was a remarkable display of their prowess on the track. Nelson Piquet emerged as the drivers' champion, securing a commendable 12-point lead over his teammate Nigel Mansell. Williams swept the Constructors' Championship, amassing a formidable 137 points, leaving rivals McLaren trailing far behind with 76 points. The following year, 1988, marked a tumultuous period for Williams F1. The team's transition to new engines spelt trouble as they plummeted down the championship standings. Despite introducing an innovative active suspension system, dubbed the Williams Reactive Ride, technical issues plagued the car's performance, exacerbating their woes on the track. Despite Mansell's commendable efforts, including a surprising second-place qualification in Brazil, the team faltered, enduring a dismal season marred by retirements and lackluster finishes. The disappointment of 1988 prompted Williams to embark on a risky venture, opting for Renault engines in the subsequent season. Mansell's departure to Ferrari signaled a new chapter for the team, as they sought redemption in 1989. The arrival of Thierry Boutsen, alongside Patrese, injected fresh energy into the team. Despite a slow start, marked by Mansell's series of retirements, Williams showed signs of promise, with Patrese securing a podium finish in Mexico. Boutsen's triumphant victory in Detroit heralded a resurgence for the team, culminating in a commendable second-place finish in the Constructors' Championship. In 1990, Williams retained their driver lineup, aiming for consistency amidst technical updates to the car. Despite reliability issues and retirements, the team secured 2 wins and 3 podium finishes, culminating in a respectable 4th-place finish in the Constructors' Championship. The following season, 1991, saw Mansell's return to the team alongside Patrese, driving a car engineered by Adrian Newey. Despite early setbacks, including Mansell's failure to finish races, the team rallied with Patrese's clinching victory in Mexico, and Mansell securing a remarkable 3-race winning streak. Williams emerged as a formidable contender, leading the Constructors' Championship until the final rounds, where a series of challenges allowed McLaren to clinch victory. Even though they didn't win the championship, Williams' comeback showed their strong spirit and determination to get back to the top of Formula One racing. Williams Renault emerged as a dominant force in Formula One, thanks to the collaboration of design maestros Adrian Newey and Patrick Head. Their partnership propelled Williams to the forefront of the sport, making them the team to beat. Nigel Mansell claimed the 1992 championship title, followed by Alain Prost in 1993, solidifying Williams' reputation as a powerhouse on the track. However, tragedy struck in 1994 with the fatal accident of Ayrton Senna at Imola, casting a somber shadow over the team. The torch was passed to second-generation drivers Damon Hill and Jacques Villeneuve, who secured consecutive World Championship titles in 1996 and 1997 respectively. Despite Renault's withdrawal, Williams found hope in a new partnership with BMW in 2000. While initial prospects seemed promising, the alliance dissolved in 2005, when BMW opted to establish its team. Subsequent years were challenging for Williams as they navigated through midfield battles and sporadic victories. Pastor Maldonado's unexpected win at the 2012 Spanish GP injected a brief moment of triumph into the team's history. In 2013, Claire Williams took on the role of deputy team principal, marking a transition to the next generation of leadership. Under Pat Simmons' guidance, the team underwent significant restructuring, including a switch to Mercedes-Benz engines and strategic realignment, resulting in commendable third-place finishes in the constructors' standings for 2014 and 2015. Despite these strides, Williams faced setbacks with Simmons' departure in 2016, followed by disappointing performances under Paddy Lowe's leadership. The FW41 and FW42 failed to meet expectations, relegating Williams to the bottom of the standings in 2018 and 2019, with only a single point scored in the latter season. The challenges persisted in 2020 as Williams struggled to secure points despite notable improvements in pace and standout performances by George Russell. Amidst these trials, the team underwent a significant transformation, as Doralton Capital acquired Williams, ending Sir Frank Williams' remarkable 43-year tenure. In 2022, the Williams F1 team had a tough time with their FW44 car. Even though Alex Albon showed good speed during qualifying, the team had trouble turning it into points during races. Albon's impressive 9th place qualifying at Spa showcased the car's potential, but they couldn't keep up with the success during races. In the end, Williams only got 8 points all season, which put them in 10th place overall. But things changed in 2023, with James Vowles taking charge as the new team principal. They introduced the FW45 car, which showed big improvements in its speed on the straights and during qualifying sessions. This made a big difference for Williams during races. Throughout 2023, the FW45 proved itself, bringing the team some great results. Alex Albon especially did well, finishing 7th in the Montreal and Monza races.